Hey guys, Vanessa Horn here, and I want to ask you some really powerful questions regarding your business and your marketing. And the reason why is because it absolutely breaks my heart that so many of you are going to work your butts off this summer when instead you could be playing. You could be enjoying your kids. You could be relaxing because many of you will go on vacation, but your brain will be on your business or you'll be in front of your phone. And instead of being present to those that you love, you're going to be distracted by making sure that your business is running well. And the reason why I do what I do as a business coach to purpose driven entrepreneurs like you is to support you in the sales and marketing strategies that actually work. To make sure that you're not distracted doing a bunch of activities that don't actually yield you results. And the reason is because I've built a lot of businesses and have sold a lot of businesses, and I have experienced those times when I wasn't present to those that I really loved. And one of the beautiful things about being an entrepreneur is that we have time freedom. But what's it really matter if we're working all the time? So maybe we're not, you might be in front of your computer, you might be on your phone, but even worse is the fact that our brain is typically on our business all the time. And so one of the things that I've been doing in the last couple of days is I've been talking to entrepreneurs about what is your summer marketing strategy? How will you be spending your time? And I've been working with a couple of clients to lay out their 90-day plan so they know exactly what to do day to day, week to week, so that they can enjoy their kids this summer and not have to be working all the time. So there's a couple of really key questions that I want you to ask yourself. And by the end of this video, this short video live that I'm creating for you, I'm going to give you the opportunity that if you don't know the answers to these questions, how you and I can get on the phone, because I have literally like 7 more slots on my calendar to support some purpose-driven entrepreneurs like you to help you map out your 90-day marketing strategy. Why? Because what you do this summer will parlay into your results this fall, will parlay into your results in next year. And I really want to make sure that you are on track and not just working all the time, staying busy without actually having results to show for it. So these are my questions for you. Okay, first of all, do you know how much you need to make? How much money do you need to make on a monthly basis to hit your goals? So do you know that? Because all the activities I do with my clients is reverse engineered from their revenue goals on a monthly basis. So, number one, do you know how much you need to make on a monthly basis? Bare minimum. I'm just talking about your bare minimum goal and then what would be your nice to have goal. So if you already know what your numbers are, type in a 1 into the chat below. If you don't know, if you're not actually running your business with keeping those numbers in mind, type in a 2. Okay, so I'm going to let you self-assess here. So question number 2 is, do you know what you are selling exactly? What do you need to sell exactly? What price points? What are you enrolling people into in order to hit those numbers? So how many people do you need? And what's the price point that you're selling? Now, here's one of the big mistakes that people make around this is they're selling a whole bunch of different things. And my philosophy is stay singularly focused on one thing until you hit 6 figures with it. Because otherwise you're working too hard in your business. Stay singularly focused until you have 6 figures. If you have 6 figures in one income stream, then you can diversify. My philosophy is one program, multiple streams of income. So that program, you need to be super, super clear. Whom do you serve? What problem do you solve? How hot is that problem? Is it a nice to solve problem or is it a have to solve problem? Because that will create the demand for your services. So type into the chat a 3 if you know exactly what you're selling, how many people you need to enroll, and what the price point is. So here's my next question. How are you spending your time? How are you spending your time? Day in, day out, weekly, how do you spend your time? Now, here's how I evaluate my time. And I want to talk to you about something really, really critical called leverage. So, when it comes to your time, typically your activities are falling into one of four quadrants. This is what I teach my clients. Number one is any activities related to admin, administrative. And if you're in online marketing, anything related to technology or anything related to having your team or leading a team, all that's in admin. Now, the majority of people make the mistake of spending a whole bunch of time in that quadrant, and that's not really where the money is made. So to leverage yourself, delegate that out. Okay, make sure you're not spending so much time in that quadrant you're not making money. The second quadrant is fulfillment. So when you sell something, how much time are you spending in fulfilling it? So for instance, if you're a coach, consultant, or a service provider and you sell a service, how much time on a weekly basis do you have to spend fulfilling what you sold? Or even if you're a network marketer, if you're selling people joining a team, anything related to building and supporting your team is fulfillment. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that the majority of their time is going to be spent in fulfillment. And that's an error, because you need to be leveraging your time. So as a matter of fact, I'll just give you this little quiz. So for me, my whole marketing strategy, my baseline income is, I know my numbers to hit 20K a month. So for me to hit 20K a month, I know I can work 20 hours a week, 20 days a month. And I take the summers off to be with my kids because my husband's a teacher and my kids are out of school. So I'm not even working that many hours during the summer, but I know my baseline numbers. So I want you to tell me, what do you think out of 20 hours, 20 days a week, so let's just say 80 hours a month, how many hours are in fulfillment, in the fulfillment quadrant? Most people guess that half of my time is in fulfillment. And it's easy for you to spend a lot of time in fulfillment because that's usually the part that we love. We love servicing clients. We love coaching clients. We love supporting clients. However, if you don't leave enough time for everything else, you're not going to make the money that you need, because unfortunately, as entrepreneurs, there's other two important quadrants that are equally, if not more important, for you to spend your time there. So when it comes to 80 hours a month that I might work, 20 hours a week, only 6 hours a month. 6 hours a month, roughly, are spent in fulfillment. Can you believe that? Not half my time. In leverage, this is why I really, really, really teach how can you service many people with your time instead of just one-to-one. So this brings us to the last two quadrants, which are sales and marketing activities. And if you do not have something that actually converts leads into sales for you, that converts leads into clients for you, that converts leads into people who are actually paying you for your services, then you're just doing a whole bunch of busy work. And one of the things that I really teach my clients is, if you know how to do conversions, or you know how to do sales in such a way that feels like service, that feels like you're not having to convince them because your marketing is doing the heavy lifting for you, then you just get to show up and serve and really help be a trusted advisor to whoever might show up during your conversion. When I say do your sales, do it one-to-many. So I have a resource like my webinar, and I say, what are your key marketing assets that are doing the heavy lifting for you so that you don't have to convince people to work with you? So type into the chat a 4 if you have a webinar. if you have a key marketing asset that does all the heavy lifting for you so that by the time people go through that, they're hungry for your services. This made such a huge difference in my business because the first 18 months of trying to market myself, I was constantly looking for where's my next client? Where's my next client? Now, I know how to prospect because I've built to the top in 2 network marketing businesses, but business is a whole lot easier if your leads are pursuing you. So once I built my marketing system that converted and brought people to me eager to work with me, literally it's yielded roughly 1,200 applicants a year who want to work with me in my company. That's what I want for you. I want you to not have to be stressed about where your next client is coming from. I want you to be able to show up and serve people through your sales quadrant and through your marketing quadrants in such a way that you're enrolling clients and actually making money for your efforts. So here's the question that I have for you. And that is, do you have your 90-day marketing plan? Do you have your 90-day marketing plan so that you know exactly how much money you need to make, how you're going to make that money, exactly how you're spending your hours, which one of those 4 quadrants? Do you have key marketing assets and online assets working on your behalf? Or are you just staying busy and every single day what's dictating what you work on is your email or your text messages, and so you're staying working on things that are not important but are urgent? And meanwhile, you stay busy, and when we ask the question, how much money are you actually making compared to how much you want to make? Most people are making significantly less than they want to make in comparison to how hard they're working. Entrepreneurs are working their butts off, are working way, way, way hard. And you guys, this online marketing platform, it's so, so powerful when you can have the confidence that you can create money from anywhere on your own schedule. But the fundamentals of online marketing, if you don't do it right, you will be chasing bright, shiny objects and spending your time on the wrong activities. It's why I laser focus with my clients on what is most important to spend your time on, because I want you to do fulfilling work, serve clients powerfully, but be able to enjoy your family, enjoy yourself, and not be working all the time. So if you know that you don't have a 90-day marketing plan in place, if you know that when you wake up every morning, you don't know what you're working on exactly, week to week, you're not making the money that you need to make, and you don't really know how to change your situation, I want to tell you that getting there is by simplifying and focusing on what works, by focusing on what really matters. And so I've actually have 7 more spots on my calendar. If you go to connect with Vanessa, it would be my pleasure to serve you before I get off the grid for the summer, to have one of these sessions where I can help you audit. It will be completely complimentary to you, to audit what is your marketing strategy. And for some of you, you need support. Like I'm supporting just a handful of clients who